Send the link. Okay, we'll get started. Thank you for tuning in today, everyone. Today I thought we'd talk about, kind of two types of being tired. I've caught myself saying lately to Joe, gosh, I feel really tired these days. Like I just feel absolutely exhausted. And, I've been going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. And what it made me kind of contemplate is that there's two types of being tired. And one tiredness requires sleep. And then I think another type of tiredness requires peace. And I think I'm in that category of like, I feel so tired and it's my body and my mind and maybe even my spirit yearning for a bit of peace. And I think this is where yoga can be really helpful for us in establishing a sense of peace. And so the question then becomes, how do we find more peace, especially in tumultuous times such as these? And I like to use this little abbreviation known as FBS. FBS. F standing for focus, B standing for breathe, and S standing for softness. So that if we want to establish a sense of peace, we need FBS. And in yoga, focus is known as dharana, the ability to concentrate. Breath is known as pranayama. And then softening is often considered, svadhyaya, this ability to surrender and soften. And there's many different ways we can focus the mind, there's many different ways we can breathe, and there's many different ways we can soften. But maybe as your mantra throughout today or throughout practice, you can just repeat to yourself, focus, breathe, soften. And softness doesn't always relate to our physicality, it can also relate towards like a mental softness. So that as we practice today, we're focusing, dharana, we're breathing expansively, which can calm our mind and help us feel peace. And that's pranayama. And then we're also practicing the ability to soften our bodies and our mind. And that's known as svadhyaya, or the ability to surrender. So can we find a sense of peace, especially if we're feeling that kind of psychosocial, spiritual tiredness? And can we do it through FB? S. Today we're going to start on our backs. So we'll head over to our mat. Some of you are requesting to be in the live video. I don't know if you can do that. Let me just try. I'm just going to experiment briefly. No, I'll just leave it. Don't know what it means. Let's see. I know you can only do one at a time. Okay, we're going to start on our mats. So we're going to start lying down today, so you can just lie right down onto your back. If y'all can get 2 blocks, I think that's going to be the best for a long-term practice if you're practicing a lot at home. But if not, no worries. You won't really need them for today's practice, but I find it's always good to have 2 blocks at home. So please lie down on your back. And once you're lying down on your back, please put your hands on your lower ribs, just so your middle fingers connect, so your middle fingers are touching. Please bend your knees and bring your knees together and your feet wide. So this is called a constructive rest position. With your hands on your lower ribs and just the tips of your middle fingers touching, we're going to focus on our breath and how it impacts the movement of our rib cage. So as you take a deep breath in, can you feel your ribs and your chest expand so much so that your fingertips, your middle fingertips move apart? And then as you breathe out, can you feel how the ribcage softens and the middle fingertips come back together? We'll do that 5 more times. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. And as you do this, can you focus your mind on your breath and allow yourself to soften physically and maybe even mentally with each exhale? 2 more breaths. One last breath. Good, and then please take your hands out wide along the floor and bring your knees up so they're over your hips. And press your palms down into the ground so your arms are supporting you. And keeping your legs together or hip width is fine as well. Slowly begin to let your legs roll towards the left, but not into a supine twist. Just let's say halfway to the ground. Your pelvis will roll a little to the left. And then bring your legs back up to center. And let your legs fall halfway to the ground on the right. And then bring your legs back up to center. And let your legs fall halfway to the ground on the left. Inhale, come back up to center, deep breath in. Exhale, halfway to the ground with the legs to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, option to straighten the legs if you want to make it a little more intense. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. One more time. Exhale, halfway to the ground on the left. Inhale, center. Halfway to the ground on the right. Push with the hands just halfway. Inhale, center. Good. And then exhale, release. Hug both knees into your chest and give them a big squeeze. And then please bring your feet back down to the ground. Interlace your hands behind your head. And then just hug your forearms into the sides of your temple. So you're squeezing into your head, just very gently. And then lift your head and shoulders up off the ground. So you're just coming into a very tiny little lift. Just ensure both shoulder blades are off the ground. Good. And then for this moment right now, can you find a little bit of a lower back curve so that you're not flattening your low back into the ground? Your lower back is just moving slightly away from the floor, so there'd be enough space for a little parade of caterpillars to walk underneath your lower back. Good. And then take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, scoop the lower abdomen towards the spine and flatten your lower back against the ground and gently smush into those imaginary caterpillars. And just one more of those. Can you gently arc your lower back away from the ground? Keep your shoulder blades off the ground. And then can you gently smush those imaginary caterpillars and press your lower back into the floor so the whole spine is moving down into the earth. Good. And then slowly release, come down. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Good. And then slowly lift both feet off the ground, knees over your hips. Lift your head and shoulders off the ground, shins are parallel to the floor. To really try to get both shoulder blades up, up, up. So the chest is lifted, the head is relaxing, or shall we say, softening into the hands. You're doing good. I know it's a bit of a long hold. And this time, try to keep your lower back against the floor. Lengthen your right leg so it's on a 45-degree angle. So your right shin is basically right beside your left ankle. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, try to twist just a little bit towards the left so your breastbone, your chest, turns a little to the left. Try to keep your left knee right over your left hip. Good. Try to keep that right shin, that right thigh, all on a 45-degree angle. Not too low to the ground. It's 45 degrees. Good. And then inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release. Good job. Okay, one more time, other side. Hands interlace behind the head. Exhale, head and shoulders up off the ground. Get those shoulder blades up, 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 up. Lift everything up. So it's not about how much movement we're doing here. It's the quality of the movement. Can you let your head relax into your hands? Can you keep your lower back pressing down into the ground? Now lengthen your left leg on a 45-degree angle. Yeah, can you stay with me and hold this? My gosh, my belly's shaking already. Press your lower back into the ground. Good. Now keep your right knee on top of your right hip and twist to the right. And hold for 3. Try to get both shoulder blades off the ground. Hold for 2. Keep your right knee right over your right hip. Don't bring it in. Keep your left leg on a 45-degree angle. You're doing good. Try to get both shoulder blades off. Twist. Good. And then come back down. Release. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Okay, we'll flow through that a little. Take your hands behind your head. Exhale, feet and head and shoulders come up. And inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come to center, both knees bent. And exhale, twist right into the other side. Left leg lengthens on the 45-degree, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Use your breath, it will help you. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 1 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And inhale, come back up to center. And an exhale, hands and feet to the ground. Put your hands beside your hips. Your feet are hip distance wide. Press down into your feet. Lift your bum up towards the sky. Just lower your butt so it's not as high, like drop it about an inch or 2. Roll your inner thighs gently to the floor so your knees stay hip width. Mm-hmm. And then heel toe your feet so they're a little closer together. Keep pressing down through both feet. Put your hands on your frontal hip bones. Can you keep them level and slowly hover your right foot off the ground? And then lengthen your right leg forward towards the front of your mat. Try to keep your right thigh level with your left thigh. So both legs are the same height. Can you keep pushing down through your left foot? Can you keep the hip bones level? Can you keep straightening your right leg? Take 1 more deep inhale and a full exhale. Good. Now take your right leg a little bit more towards the right. It's going to make your left leg have to work harder. So begin to open your right leg a little towards the right. Keep pushing down through the left foot. Try not to let the left knee and the foot spiral out. Can you keep your left knee and your left foot facing forward? The more you take your right foot to the right, the more your outer left hip muscles, particularly the gluteus medius, the more it's going to have to work. Try to keep your hip bones level. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, bring the leg back to center, and then place the foot on the ground. Lower your butt down. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Beautiful. 1 more time. Press down through the feet. Lift the pelvis up. Heel toe your feet a little closer together, so they're just a bit more narrow of hip width. Roll the inner thighs down, so there's a little bit of internal rotation in the legs. Hands on your frontal hip bones. Slowly lengthen your left leg forward. So your left foot's off the ground, your left leg is straight, but it's at the same height as your right leg. Push down through your right foot. And now just notice if your left hip is dropping. Can you lift your left hip up so it's level with your right hip? Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Steady breath out. And then slowly keep pressing through the right foot. Keep both hips level. Take your left foot a little bit towards the left. And if you're like me, oh my gosh, my right butt and my right hip has to work much harder to support that movement as the left leg goes a bit more into abduction. So keep pushing down through the right foot. Keep lifting that left hip up so it's level with the right hip. If you're like me, my right butt is working like no tomorrow. And take one more deep inhale. Keep your left leg straight. Keep both hips level to your best of your ability. And then bring the leg back to center and lower the foot down. Press simultaneously and symmetrically, evenly through both feet. Lift the pelvis up. And then exhale, the butt comes down. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a deep inhale into your body. And a full exhale. And gently rock yourself all the way up. Come onto your hands and knees. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. Inhale, look forward, tilt your sit bones up towards the sky. Open your chest to the front. Exhale, push your hands and knees down, round through your back. 3 more times. Inhale, look forward, tilt the sit bones up. Exhale, round. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Good. And please step your left foot forward between your hands. If you have blocks, you can use them. And then we'll come all the way up to a low lunge. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky. Keep your lower ribs pulling in. Take your left hand around your right wrist. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, side bend towards the left. Can you keep pulling your left thigh bone back into the hip socket? Pull your right knee forward against the mat. Keep lengthening your tailbone down. So imagine those caterpillars, and you're pressing your lower back just gently back into those caterpillars. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. And inhale, both hands up. And exhale, hands towards your floor or your blocks. Please lift your back knee up off the ground. And reach both hands back beside your hips. Let the center of your chest broaden forward. Bend into your left knee. Press that right thigh actively up, up, up. That doesn't mean you need to lock out the right knee. It means the top of your right thigh goes up, so your right hip lifts up a little. Keep stretching the arms back. And then can you bring the back of your head up so it's level with your spine? Take 3 more deep breaths. Can you focus on one spot? Breathe. And even in this challenge, can you soften? 2 more breaths. One last breath in. And out. Good job. Try to stay with me. Reach both arms overhead for just 1 breath in. Try to lift those arms up. Keep the lower ribs pulled in. Well done. Exhale, right hand comes down to the ground or to your block. Left hand circles back and then up to the sky. Open your chest. One more time. Left hand comes forward, down, back, and up. And then pause. Push down through your right hand. Turn your chest to the left. Keep pressing your right thigh up. Keep bending into your left knee. Take 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, both hands down to the ground or your blocks. Just switch legs. So when you're ready, step your right foot forward. Drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up. Catch the wrist of your left hand and side bend you. Take a deep breath in. Steady breath out. Keep pulling the right thigh back, drawing the front lower ribs in, keeping your chest open to the front of your mat. 1 more breath. Well done. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands down to the ground or your blocks. Lift your back thigh up off the floor. Reach the center of your chest forward. So you're finding length through the back leg, length through the spine. And then reach both hands straight back behind you. Can you bend into your front knee? Embrace the work. Can you press the back thigh up? We'll take 3 more breaths. Deep inhale. Steady exhale. Focus on breath. 2. Can you keep the liveliness in the back leg? 1 last breath. Stay this low. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. Just 1 breath. You can do it. Get them level with your ears. And then exhale, left hand comes down to the ground or the block. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Can you turn your chest up as you keep bending into your front knee? Can you keep pressing the back thigh up so that back thigh stays lifted? Turn the chest. Take 1 more inhale. Full exhale. Well done. Both hands come down towards the ground. Please step back to all fours, hands and knees. Inhale, reach your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left arm. Come down onto your right cheek. You can tent your left hand like it's a caterpillar. Oh, not a caterpillar, my gosh. Like a spider. Duncan doesn't know his insects. And press your spider hand down into the ground and try to tuck your right shoulder under a little more, getting a little deeper into the twist. Option to stay here or reach your left hand up, back, around, and maybe to your right thigh. Take 2 breaths. Can you focus, breathe, soften? And both hands come to the ground. Left arm reaches up to the sky, full inhale. Twist on the exhale. Left cheek comes down to the ground. Can you tent your right hand like a spider? And then take the right hand a little more forward. Push the right hand into the ground and try to tuck your left shoulder under a bit more. Stay here or take your right hand up, back, and around, maybe towards your left hip. And take 2 breaths. One more breath. And then we'll come back to all fours. And then please press right back into downward facing dog pose. So coming right into downward facing dog. Bend your right knee and let your left heel drop heavy. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. Switch sides, bend your left knee, let your right heel drop heavy, deep breath in. And slowly straighten both legs, full downward facing dog pose. Can you press evenly through both hands? Notice if you're favoring one hand a little more than the other. Maybe shift side to side. And can you press equally through both hands now? Can you press a little more through the thumb and index fingers? As you push your hands forward and down, can you feel how your shoulders intuitively come up towards your ears a little bit? And let a little bit of that happen. Wrap the outer shoulders back. Turn the inner biceps forward. Stay grounded through the inner hands. Can you soften a little through your neck and head? Push the tops of your thighs right near your hips back and up. Let your heels soften down. Focus your eyes on one spot between your feet. Can you take 3 more breaths? Deep inhale. Full exhale. 2 more breaths. One last breath. And please come forward to plank pose. Take a deep breath in plank. Push the floor away. Press the back of your head up so it's level with your spine. Keep your thighs lifting so the pelvis is level with your shoulders. Take 1 more deep inhale. Let the chest blossom forward. Exhale, come all the way to your belly, right down towards the ground. And take your hands forward in front of you for Sphinx pose. So your elbows are just underneath your shoulders. And the center of your chest is pulling forward to the front of the room as you pull your arms back. Your inner thighs wrap up to the sky as you press the pubic bone down into the ground. So the genital region presses down into the floor. Gently hug your legs towards each other. Keep pulling the chest forward through the arms gently. Can you take a deep breath in? And a steady breath out. And can you slide your right hand back for cobra? Can you slide your left hand back for cobra and keep your chest lifted? And can you bring your right hand forward for Sphinx pose? And then your left hand forward for Sphinx pose. We'll go the other side first this time. Left hand back for cobra. Try to keep your chest lifted. Notice how the right side of your back may engage a bit more. Keep your chest this lifted. Try not to move your torso too much. Lift the right hand and put it back for cobra. Good. And then inhale, lift the chest evenly. Hug the elbows in. And then try to hover your hands off the ground so you get the wrists used to this level of extension. So the forearms have to turn on. So keep your hands beside your lower ribs. Keep hugging the elbows in. Pull the shoulders down the back. Keep the hands beside those lower ribs. Good. And then put both hands down. Please push back. Child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a steady breath out. Okay. Inhale, come forward to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale into your body. Steady breath out. Step your feet together like they're one tree trunk. Deep inhale. Steady exhale. Right leg lifts back and up towards the sky. Can you keep both hips facing down? Take a full breath in. Step all the way forward. Exhale. Drop the back knee down to the ground. Anjaneyasana. Keep the pelvis low. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands all the way back behind you. Lean the torso forward. Lift the back knee off. Stay low. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. One breath. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up, twist. Take a full breath into your body. Open your chest. Maybe let yourself lean back a little. Exhale, both hands down towards the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in downward dog. Steady breath out. Step your feet together, one tree trunk. Take a deep inhale. Steady exhale. Both hips stay facing down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step all the way forward. Drop the back knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, arrowhead, hands back. Drape the body forward, lift the back knee. Inhale, both arms overhead, one breath in. And exhale, right hand down, left hand up, twist. Take a deep breath in, stay, open the chest, lean back. And exhale, both hands to the ground. Step back, downward dog. Take a deep Ujjayi breath in. Steady Ujjayi breath out. Come forward to plank pose. Inhale, one big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog pose, full exhale. Stay for 3 more breaths. Just gonna move my mat a little. Two more breaths. Can you keep your eyes focused on one spot between the feet? Can you keep your breath steady? Last breath in. And exhale all your air. Bend your knees, look forward, walk, walk, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. Reach the center of your chest forward. Exhale, fold over your legs all the way down. Pause here. Take your hands behind your legs so your fingertips are pointing down. Palms are on the backs of the calves. Put a little bend in your knees so you feel your belly closer, if not touching your thighs. Push the hands forward against the calves. Push the calves gently back against the hands and the forearms. Can you try to hinge from the hips a little bit more and lengthen the spine forward and down? As you push the hands forward and the calves gently back, can you allow there to be almost a dynamic tension between the arms and the legs? Lift the inner arches of the feet, and at the same time, hug the upper arms in towards the outer thighs. So you're hugging the legs into the midline with your arms. Keep the inner arches of the feet lifted. Let your head totally drop. Draw your shoulders away from your ears so your neck gets long. Take one more deep inhale and a full exhale. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the torso. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your chest. We'll pick up the rhythm a little more. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, hands back, arrowhead. Inhale, both hands overhead. Exhale, right hand down, left hand up. Take a deep breath into the body. Exhale, both hands to the ground, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and downward dog. Full breath out. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step forward. Drop your left knee down towards the ground. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, arrowhead. Stay low. Inhale, arms overhead. Keep the back leg straight. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up, twist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, both hands down, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step left foot back. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, reach both hands up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands back, arrowhead. Stay low, extended arrowhead. Both arms overhead. One breath in. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up. Take a deep inhale into your body. Open your chest. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath in. Steady breath out. Left leg lifts up to the sky. Big inhale. Step your left foot all the way forward. Right knee comes down. Inhale, both hands up. Lift the chest, open the heart. Exhale, arrowhead, hands back. Stay low. Inhale, both arms overhead. One breath in. Exhale, right hand down, left hand up. Take a deep inhale into your body. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Step forward and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Right into Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Can you stay for 5 breaths? Eyes are focused. Breath is steady. Can you allow somewhere in your body or your mind to soften? And please step your feet together. Walk them 1 foot closer to your hands. Come onto your tippy toes. Lift your heels high. Shift your shoulders so they're right above your wrists. Option 1, you are just going to stay here. So you get your upper body used to this positioning. You build your upper body strength, your wrist flexibility. Option 2, bend your knees. 5 handstand hops. Maybe get stuck in a handstand. Four more breaths or 4 more hops. 5 more breaths. Sorry, I'm counting up because I'm upside down. 3 more breaths. Keep pushing through the hands. Breathe. 2. Nice work, everyone. 1 more breath in or 1 more hop. Oh, so good. And then land your feet at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward over both legs. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Surya Namaskara B, bend your knees, sit your bum. Utkatasana, inhale, reach up, butt is low. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Step or jump, chaturanga dandasana. Upward dog or cobra, inhale. Downward dog pose, exhale. Turn your left foot out 45 degrees, right foot steps forward. Warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga dandasana. Up dogs or cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, turn your right foot out 45 degrees, step your left foot forward. Warrior 1, 1 breath, stay low in the legs, reach up through the arms. Back down. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Downward dog, 3 breaths. Eyes focused. Can you slow your breath? Even in challenge, can you find an element of softness? Okay. Step your feet together so the big toes are touching. Walk them 1 foot closer towards your hands. Going to go again. Shoulders over your wrists. Come right onto your tippy toes. Option 1, you stay here and you push and you hold for 5 deep, steady breaths. Get used to this positioning. Or bend your knees. Try 5 handstand hops. Three more breaths or 3 more hops. Can you stay with it? 2. Good. 1 last breath in. Push the floor away. And then come all the way down to the top of your mat. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hoi vei, exhale, fold. Take your feet so they're hip distance wide. Take your middle and index fingers around your big toes. Inhale, center of the chest reaches forward. Exhale, bend your elbows out to either side and fold over your legs. Padangustasana. Can you take 3 slow, steady breaths? Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fingertips on the ground, heel toe your feet together. Please step your right foot back. Spin your back heel flat. Warrior two pose, come all the way up. Bend into your front knee. And look just off the tip of your left middle finger. Focus. Breathe. Soften. Left hand will come down to the ground or block on the inside of your left foot. Right arm reaches overhead. Turn your chest open to the sky. Keep pressing down to the back foot. Keep bending into your front knee. Keep reaching through that right hand. One more breath. And inhale, reverse warrior two, reach all the way back, take a deep inhale. And straighten your front leg, keep reaching back. Take a full breath into your body. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down towards the ground. Slide your left foot back about 1 foot. Lift your right leg up nice and high, keep both hips facing down. Have your fingertips on the ground. Turn both hips to face the floor. Keep your right leg straight. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, plant both palms. Option 3, come onto your left tippy toes, stay here, or kick up, hands down. 3 more breaths. Keep lifting your right leg wherever you are. 2 more breaths. Try to find that length through the spine. Lift and push that right leg up to the sky. And then we'll all step our right foot forward. Step our left foot back. And now we'll do the other side. So turn your left foot out, plant the heel, warrior two pose, come all the way up. Can you look just off the tip of your right middle finger? Take 3 breaths. 2. Maybe 1 last breath. Right hand down to the ground or block on the inside of the foot, left hand reaches up. You can take 3 breaths here, turning your chest open, reaching through the left fingertips, pushing down through the back foot. Two more breaths. One more breath. And inhale, reach all the way back. Reverse to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, keep reaching back, take a deep inhale. And exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the ground. Step your right foot back like a foot or 2 feet. And come onto your right tippy toes, lift that left leg up. Option 1, you can totally just stay here. Try to turn both hips down, lift that left leg. Option 2, plant both palms flat on the ground. Come onto your right tippy toes, keep lifting that left leg high, and then hop. Can you hold for 3 more breaths or do 3 more hops? Keep pushing the floor away. Keep lengthening the spine, left leg up, up, up. 2 more breaths. 1 last breath. Please step your left foot forward. Right foot back. This time drop your right knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up. Hey, exhale, take your right elbow to your left thigh and then bring your palms together. So your elbow's on top of the thigh. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up off the ground. Bend into your left knee. Keep pressing your right thigh up. And then just very gently twist towards the left. Try not to use the elbow so much as leverage right now, just as a reminder to find more length through the spine. Can you take 3 more breaths? Both hands come down to the ground. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, both hands come up. Exhale, hands to your chest. Lean forward. Take your left elbow to your right thigh. Press with the hands. Option to tuck the back toes and lift your back knee. Try not to use the elbow so much as leverage, but just as an opportunity to get a bit more length in your spine. 3 breaths. Can you focus? Breathe. And soften. Good. Both hands come down towards the ground. Please step back, downward facing dog pose. Take a steady breath into your body and a full breath out. And bend both of your knees, look forward and jump through to seated. Take your hands behind you. Bring your feet so they're together, the toes pointed. Push down through your hands, lift your pelvis up, lift your chest up, Purvottanasana. Take one big breath in and out. And slowly lower the pelvis down towards the ground. Please bend your left knee to a 90-degree angle. Take your right thigh back towards almost like a deer position, deer pose. So your right knee is kind of level with your right hip, or it can be a little further back or a little further forward. Your left shin is parallel to the front edge of the mat. And if you'd like to, if this feels better in your architecture, right hand to your left foot, left hand towards the left. Push your body a little towards the right. So you're moving your torso on a diagonal to the right, over, bringing your chest over the left foot, and then slowly forward fold. Can you take 3 deep, slow breaths? Two more breaths. And then come back up to center. And we'll switch sides. Right shin is parallel to the front edge of the mat. Take your left knee. Your left knee can either be forward, kind of like closer to the right foot, or it can be out to the side, or you can take the knee behind you more. It just depends on your preference. Left hand into your right foot, only if that feels comfortable. Right hand to the right. Push your torso and move your torso towards the left. So your chest begins to go more towards your right foot, towards the left. And then begin to fold over the leg. Can you take 3 steady breaths? 2. Can you allow yourself to soften? One last breath. Inhale, come all the way up. And please take both legs out in front. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, fold over both legs, let your head release. Breathe. Where in your body can you soften and release? Can you let your head drop a little more? Maybe let your mouth open and let your jaw relax. And inhale, come all the way up. Please lie down onto your back for Shavasana. Once you're on your back, can you place your hands again at your ribs like the beginning of class? The middle finger is just touching. As you breathe in, can you feel how the fingertips move apart? And as you breathe out, can you feel how the fingertips come back together? Can you let your shoulders relax? Let your jaw relax. Let your whole belly and legs relax. Place your hands down beside your hips, palms facing up for classical Shavasana pose. Can you allow yourself to release? Okay, please take a deeper breath in and out. Maybe one more time, just allowing yourself to breathe. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take your arms up overhead, give your body a big stretch. Bend your knees, roll to your left-hand side. And gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Can you bring your hands together in front of your chest, palms touching? In these tumultuous times, we may feel fatigued or tired. Some tiredness requires sleep, yet other forms of tiredness simply require more peace. Can we establish peace by having the ability to focus, breathe, and soften mentally and physically? Namaste.